Okay. We always are.
Oh my God.
I want to play Madison. I got VR. Yeah. I just don't know how to stream from VR. I gotta learn how to do that first. All right, bet. For sure. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's the point. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Avery, but I go by Soavecito, and I'm a horror content creator. Welcome to episode 36 of Whispers of Horror with PuffnPass Gaming as our guest, Matt and Nisha. Welcome to Whispers of Horror.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome, welcome. Have you guys ever done a podcast before? A live podcast before?
Nope,
Never.
never once.
Okay, well, I'm glad I can be your first. I'm super excited about this. You know, we talk horror on this platform, and we're just gonna get into it. Can you guys tell me how you guys came up with your name, and how you got started with live streaming?
We came up with our name.
Yeah.
I mean, our name is pretty obvious.
I mean, listen. For the people, just pretend like we dumb. You feel me? like,
Yeah, that's
like,
how we came up with it. I puffed and passed. It
Yeah.
was just like, you know what?
Yeah.
That's a good name.
Listen, I respect it. I love the name, but you know, some people would read. Some people would read it and be like, "What does your name mean?" So you feel me?
Yeah, what exactly does that mean,
All right,
right?
people,
Yeah.
use your imagination. Use your imagination. We'll just keep it at that. We'll just keep it a buck.
Fun times. Fun times.
So, how did you guys get into live streaming? When did you guys start?
Well, us starting together streaming, it's only been about not even 2 months,
Oh wow,
actually.
okay.
Like this is all fairly new, especially for
Mhm.
her. Before this, I used to stream under a different name, but I played fighting games. I used to
Okay.
play like Street Fighter 6, Tekken, all those things, and I did that for a while. And then it got kind of boring. Not, we're not gonna say boring. It was just a lot of fighting games are hard, and
Sure.
I just wanted to try something different. And I wanted to do something with my wife, and we both love horror. We both love horror games, so we decided to just give this a try, and that's how we got here.
Okay, okay. How long have you guys been married, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh wow. We've been together actually
Oh,
for longer than we've been
oh
married. So it's
Okay, okay. So, okay,
we
how long have you been married and how long have you been together? Two-part question.
okay, we've been married for
almost
almost
a
two
year,
no, almost 2 years.
almost 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dang, that time goes by fast.
cut the
Jesus.
stream.
Hey, you need to stop asking these kinds of questions, man.
Cut the stream.
What you gonna ask me next? When it's her birthday? I'm supposed to know
Listen,
this.
listen. I'm just trying to get you know you guys on a personal level, and you're supposed to rehearse this shit. Like,
I know I should have. We've been together for probably about what, 14
Yeah, about
years?
14 years.
Yeah, we've been
okay.
together for a long time.
Any advice that you can give people for the longevity of being together?
What advice would you give? I got some advice.
Um,
The way he said
it's
it,
Mhm.
I got some advice.
oh gosh, I'm afraid of what he might say. But
No, it's good.
okay.
You
Yeah,
just have
nah.
to be with somebody that you mesh well with. Somebody that, has similar interests with you, and be friends. Like being
Yeah.
friends is like the most important part of having any type of stable relationship. And that's what we were like for a long time before we got married.
Mhm.
And it's just been working. Like we love the same things. We just it's like she is the completion to me, basically,
Oh.
like where
Oh,
I have holes, fills it in, and it just works that way.
I ain't gonna lie,
We
it's very
just
hard for me
love.
to blush, but I like a lot. I've been blushing, man. That made me blush. That's salty.
My advice would be it also just keep, it's work. Sometimes it may not come easy, but if you really love that person, you genuinely, love that person, you will put in the effort.
Hmm.
Sure, sure.
So,
So when it comes to making content together, do you guys ever butt heads or like I'm sure you guys have great moments, but do you ever like nah we should play this tonight? No, like have you guys ever butted heads with like making content? And how do you guys overcome some of that adversities? Also,
That's a
all
good
these
question.
any of these questions that I'm asking are not written down. This is off the rip.
Oh,
what?
okay.
Wait, you're good.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't think that we bump heads, but she's not very argumentative. I'll
Sure.
be like, "Hey, let's play this," and
Hmm.
she'll be like, "Okay." And she doesn't really mind. But I do also know that she has a certain set of games that she likes as well.
Hmm.
So, I never want it to be where, okay, I pick the game, that's what we play all the time. If she says, hey, I want to play this kind of game, I want to play this, and that's what we're going to do because we're in it, together. It's not all
Hmm.
about me doing what I want to do. It's about the both of us. So I don't see that we would bump heads with that because we're both, we just vibe with each other like that.
Hey, I respect it. Another question leading into something like that is just so let's talk about some of the streaming your stream. So when somebody comes in for the first time, what is their expectation? What is your vision of what you want somebody to come away with? Like
Another
what
good question.
impression
You
would you
got an
want
answer
them
for
to?
that?
I want them to really get the to get a gauge of that it's fun. It's not just horror,
Sure.
but it can be fun as well. That they can also, play it. They can also play it with someone they love,
Hmm.
Kind of
you
like
know.
laughing through their fears.
You laughing through
Yeah.
your fears because I've seen in the chats also that people are like, "Oh man, y'all make this so funny," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, that's what I really want
Yeah.
to see."
Yeah, I see a lot of people that'll come into the chat and they'll say things like, "Oh, I like to watch people play this game because I can't play it myself."
Right.
So, we pretty much do that. Okay, we play this game because you can or because you don't want to,
Yeah.
and just hopefully leave with some enjoyment, a couple of laughs, watching me break my chair or
Yeah. The
whatever
chair
else
is
whatever
broken.
antics I do.
Nah, I respect that.
Let's have a good time.
Yeah, I'm actually going to tell you guys a little secret. So for me, I kind of do the verse. You know how people are like, "Oh, I play these games. Like I watch you play it because I can't do it." I literally
Hmm.
go live because I can't play these games by myself. That's my real reason.
Oh, that's a
I'm
good
a scaredy
idea,
cat.
though.
Like if it wasn't for live streaming, these games would collect dust. Like, you think I'm gonna play horror games by myself in the dark? Like, you out of your mind. What I look like?
Okay, so I guess I could be honest.
Yeah, like
That's another reason why I have her here because I can't play it by myself
yeah,
either.
facts. So let me ask you. So how does it work with the both of you guys? Do you guys play a lot of co-op horror games, or do you guys do like one person plays the game and the other one shows their reaction during it? Like, give us a little synopsis of how the breakdown of your streams go.
Mm.
We have a we have, I think, a very peculiar dynamic.
Okay.
So I'm
We're
used to
diving
playing.
in.
I'm used to playing with a controller, right?
Okay.
And a lot of these games that we play are mouse and keyboard. I've never really played with mouse and keyboard
Hmm.
before, so I'm really bad at it. So what we do is I'll have the mouse and I'll direct the character whether they turn left or right, and she'll be on the keyboard making them go backwards or forwards or whatever direction.
Ah, okay.
Kind of just do it like that.
Yeah.
But if it's a game that allows for a controller, then I'll play on the controller because out of the both of us, I'm kind of the gamer. She likes to play games too, but that's more of a recent thing with her.
Hmm.
She's still learning how to, maneuver with the controllers and everything, and she's learning. So once she gets there, we're gonna kind of go back and forth. Like I'll play a game one time, and then she'll play a game. So it's not just me playing all the time.
Sure,
But it
sure.
works well with the both of us doing the keyboard and mouse because we both get to play at the same
Yeah, we
time.
make it a two-person game.
Hmm.
Hey, nah, I think that's dope. I think it's just, I could tell like the energy and the connection you guys have will display when people are watching, and I think that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it puts a smile on my face. Like I'm married as
Hey,
well, and I'm trying to convince my wife to be, my Batman's Robin on my live stream, but she's like, "You got your
look,
goddamn mind if you think I'm gonna
it
sit
was
down."
like pulling teeth to get her to come and do
Oh,
this.
man.
I have been trying to get her to get in front of the camera for so long because she
Mm,
just has a great personality. Like she's really
mm,
good with people. She has a beautiful smile. And I'm like, you need to spread yourself and your happiness to other people. And she got into it like a natural. I think
yeah.
I think people come to watch you more than they come to watch me.
Oh, man.
Hey,
You
there you
just you
go.
just bring that
Man,
good
this.
energy.
Hey, listen, brownie points. I give you brownie points. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, honestly, it's like I said, the energy is great between you guys. So, there's something I want to ask. So, this is my favorite question that I ask every stream. Every time I have a guest on the show, and it always, for some reason, every time I ask this question, it gives me goosebumps, and I don't know why. Like maybe I'm truly scared of asking this, but it's nothing too bad. But when you hear the word horror, what is your perspective, and what is the first thing that comes to your mind, and what do you what does horror mean to you?
Horror bees everything to me. I'm sorry. I love horror. I love horror. I like I don't know. I just love
How do you
everything
define it?
horror.
Like how do you define it? Like when somebody say like I don't understand horror. Like what is your best way of explaining it to somebody in your own terms, not
Um
definition?
in my own terms, horror is I don't know, it can mean so many things because I mean, for me the first thing I think of course, are movies,
Hmm.
horror movies. And I don't know, I just kind of revert back to my like childhood with horror and some of the movies that I've watched, and recently getting into different genres
Hmm.
of movie horrors, but also with gaming as well. It's just something that's really a joy for me.
How about
For
yourself?
me, horror is the things that keep you up at night,
Sure.
like something that gives you just a feeling. Like horror doesn't necessarily because one person's horror may not be the same as another person's horror. So it's about whatever fear that you have
Hmm.
that kind of like just makes you uneasy or uncomfortable or something like that. Like along those lines. And I don't know, cause that's yeah, cause like she said, like it could have a whole bunch of different meanings depending on the person. But for me personally, when I think of horror, it's something that no matter where I am, if I think about this particular thing, it's gonna scare me.
Hmm.
You know, like whether it's daytime or nighttime. Like if it makes me scared during the daytime too, then that's really horror for me. But yeah, it's just, whatever just makes you uneasy.
Okay, okay. All right. I'm gonna give you my definition. So, horror to me is pushing the boundaries, seeing what a person. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me how to explain this. when a person is put into a scenario to see what that person is made of. Example is like the movie that I think that did it best is Saw, because it puts a person in a dangerous scenario to see if they are gonna fight for their life, or they're gonna run away in fear in their lives. You see what a person is made of when you put them in extreme situations. You see those movies where something bad is happening, and the person that you can depend on the most is running away to save their own lives. Like, it puts those people in those unpredictable situations to see what they're really truly made of. It's that feeling of the hair sticking out above, like on the back of your neck, or your palms are sweaty, your eyes dilated. But those are all functions of survival. When we hit those, when we are truly frightened, or we need to fight to survive. It's a survival instinct, and for some reason, it's like the best drug for me. Like, I don't know, like I don't need no roller coasters. I don't need no like air. Like, nah. Put me in front of horror games and horror movies. It's enough. Like, it's the adrenaline. Like, I feel like my heart rate goes faster. I feel like I feel like I'm jittery. It's just like knowing that the anticipation that something might happen when it might not. It's the unpredictableness of it, and that's why I love horror. So I respect
Your
it.
definition of horror sounds like the definition of my life. To me, it's like the definition
I
of
agree
life
with
in
that.
general.
But if you really
Constant
think about
fear.
it, 100%. If you really think about it, just being alive is horror. Like, you wake up, like an airplane can just crash into your house, and with everything. We're so vulnerable to the whole world. You know, you can go in the ocean, and all the things in the ocean that can take you out. A mosquito, the smallest thing, can give you a disease, and you're done. Like, the fact that we survive as long as we are here today is a blessing. Like, because everything out there is some scary ass shit. Just saying. So like. That's how I see it. So I'm gonna stay my ass in this chair where I'm safe in this four corners. You feel me?
The
So,
safest spot.
100%, 100%. So I know you guys said that you started streaming a couple months ago. What is some advice that you would give yourself, what is some advice that you would give yourself when you first started that is working for you now?
I would give this advice to myself and anybody that thinks about wanting to stream. The first thing that you should do is learn your software. So, like, if you're streaming from like OBS or Streamlabs, learn how to use it. Because if you come in any like situation that's like, if your stream goes down, or if it starts to freeze up or something happens, you have to know how to work that software to get everything back up and running. Because our first couple of streams, horrible. The sound quality was bad. It was freezing up. A whole bunch of things were happening. So learning that software is very important. And the limitations of your computer or your PC or whatever you're using, you have to know. You have to know your equipment, your software, and just how to stream to make the best quality content.
Right, that's a great answer. Do you have anything that you want to add to that, or you think that's great? What's
I
your
think that is great.
Yeah,
But
listen.
I mean, I would just add just to not be so nervous and to be yourself.
Yeah, I get that.
And
That's probably the best advice.
just be yourself, and it's don't sweat it.
It's fun.
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I respect it. So, a little bit away from gaming. So when you turn off the computer, you turn off your lights, and just like you go back into your other life, because there's your streamer life, and then there's your personal life. What are some hobbies that you guys have other than streaming? And then I'll ask the other question after I ask that.
Ooh. I feel like I don't really have many hobbies
Which is
nowadays.
fine.
We're
Hey, listen.
we're
Um,
parents.
yeah,
So
we're
Hey.
I
hobbies we
mean,
parents.
No, I get
um,
it.
challenging myself with cooking
Okay,
because
okay.
I love cooking.
Wait, what's your favorite?
Um,
What's your best meal? I gotta know. Let me set up real quick. Hold on. Let me.
oh,
I mean, get comfortable. What's your
My
drink?
best meal, I believe, is chicken Vesuvio.
I don't even know
Oh,
what that
okay.
is, but listen, I heard
Exactly.
chicken. I was sold on the chicken part. I ain't gonna
Chicken
lie to you.
Vesuvio.
Listen, you
Second
gotta.
is chicken piccata.
I know what chicken piccata is, but what's the
Yes.
first one though? Like what it like? Can
Oh,
you?
chicken Vesuvio. It's a dish with chicken thighs and yellow potatoes and a
Okay,
white wine sauce. It's a
okay.
lemon garlic wine sauce.
So
Chicken cook.
when do I pull up with the wine and where and come
Oh,
for dinner?
I'll be making that on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Let me hold on. You think I'm joking? Hold on. Tuesday.
You are invited. We'll save a couple of pieces for you.
Hey, listen. Hey, that's dope. That's dope. How about yourself, Matt?
I I'm a gamer
And I
through and
was
through. And I am also very competitive.
okay.
So any type of competitive gaming or anything that has a competition to it, that's what I like to do. But lately I've really been into Dungeons and Dragons. Like
Hey.
me, my sister, and my
Your
niece and my
nieces.
nephews.
Yeah.
We play Dungeons and Dragons pretty much every Saturday or Sunday, never miss a weekend. I've really gotten into that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been my hobby for a while. But basically anything that involves gaming, card games, board
Ooh,
games,
hold on.
video games,
You said car games, like what kind of car games?
Oh,
Ooh,
wait.
spades.
ooh. Listen,
Look,
you
you don't want to
telling
see
me?
me on the spades table, bro.
Yeah, hold on. You saying I could get a full meal and we could play some spades?
Yeah.
What?
Yo, listen, I'm a
Absolutely.
competitive ass person. We can get it. I can't wait.
We can play some
We could
Oh,
spades.
pull
yeah,
up.
he's very
Listen, I might have
competitive.
to pull up, knock on that door, but like, yo, listen, I make a mean. Listen, I'm Puerto Rican, Dominican, and black, so I can make a mean empanadas. I can bring those. Listen, we
Oh,
can get a whole
yeah.
cookout.
Okay.
Listen, I got a
This
lot
is
of
like just
roots.
going to go down.
Oh, listen. We'll talk off stream.
All
Let's
right.
keep it a
All
buck.
right.
We're gonna talk off stream.
I've
So,
been in it.
speaking about like we talked about some of the things that you guys do off stream. Do you ever feel the point that you're the balance between streaming and your personal life ever conflict? And if it does, how are some of the things or what are some of the things you do to overcome that adversity? I also know you mentioned you're having a kid too, so like how does that impact, your streaming career?
Oh, yeah.
We have to pretty much stream like whenever we have free time, and that's normally when our daughter goes to school.
Okay.
So like during that little time frame right there, which is normally between like 11 to about 2:30, we have to go pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the time where we stream, and those are on weekdays.
Okay.
On the weekends, it's kind of tough for us,
Mm-hmm.
because you do have to have that balance between streaming and gaming, and it can be tough. But I think that we found a nice balance between the two.
Sure.
I guess the one thing would be like even though sometimes you're not streaming, you're still probably working on your stream
Hundred
because you
percent.
probably like editing a video, you're
Mhm.
posting either on TikTok, YouTube, and those things take time
Mm-hmm.
as well. So, trying to balance that could be difficult, but I think that I found a good way. Like normally right after I stream, I'm right on the computer, trying to find clips to upload or uploading the VOD to either YouTube or something, and do that right after. And after that, the next day we're family time and getting things done that we need to get done. But honestly, it's on a day-to-day thing.
Yeah.
Because once summertime comes and our daughter's not in school, we're gonna have to find another way to balance. So you just have to like we just go with the flow.
No, I feel you on that because just I have a newborn. Well, not a newborn anymore. She's a toddler, and just trying to find a balance. Like, so anytime she takes a nap, I'm like, okay, I got like 2 hours. Even now, I'm just praying that she doesn't wake up while I'm live. Sometimes she wakes up and family comes first. I would never
Yeah.
sacrifice my daughter's well being to stream as much as I love doing it. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm addicted to this shit. Like, I love stream. Like, I eat, breathe, sleep. Listen, if I'm in the bathroom editing content, like it's just something that I can't get away from it. I wake up with ideas and just like it's just the most passion I've ever had when it comes to something that is mine. This is mine. Like anytime like what you make is art. You know, that's something that you can claim and nobody can take that from you. So I want to just say kudos to you for putting yourself out there, putting yourself in front of the internet, and just being yourselves. Like, that's a beautiful thing. You guys should be honored for doing that,
Absolutely.
because you might not, like, some people don't really think they're making a difference, but you're making a lot of difference for people that enjoy your content. Think about it. Like, there's 86,400 seconds in the whole day. It's crazy. I swear to God, I got that from a Snapple. I really didn't though. I literally Googled it. But and the fact that a person is giving you even a second is the most precious thing they can give you, is their time. Not the money, not the gift. None of that stuff matters. It's that person's giving their time. That's something that they can never get back, and you're they're letting you present yourself to them. And that's just a
Hmm.
beautiful thing. So, like I just said, kudos to both of you guys. It is not easy to make content. Even my first time, I was terrible. But
To piggyback off of what you were saying,
sure,
that's one of my biggest things is like the people that come and watch the stream, because we
yeah,
have a few people that were there watching us when things weren't even good,
yeah,
and like stuck with us until like the content got better, the stream quality got better.
hmm,
So like I'm always letting them know like, hey, I appreciate you being here, because like that's like the most important part of it is just the people that come to watch you. They could be doing anything else with their time during the day, but they decide to come and watch you. Like a lot of people say, one person wrote a comment saying, I watch you guys while I'm at work because I work from home, and they feel lonely sometimes but they're working, and they watch us and they feel like they have company
yeah,
for the most part, and that made me feel so great. I was like, wow. And like we, even though we're the other side, no matter, I don't know where this person is, it could be
mm,
on the other side of the world. I'm just on a computer screen, but you feel as though I'm keeping you company
yeah.
while you're at work. And who wants to be at work, right? So
You could
the
say that
fact that
again.
you watch us to make yourself, feel good while you're at work, that's like I
Yeah,
feel accomplished with that.
yeah. It's like your content has a purpose, and it does.
Yeah.
So, like I said, kudos to you guys. I would have my soundboard going off, but I'm not on TikTok, so. um, Nah, so the other question is that I have is like, I know you guys are brand new, but I like to ask this question because sometimes it happens early. Have you guys ever had the point where you're like, man, maybe this is not it, or like, or you had like
Yes.
yo, you said that shit real. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Also,
Yes.
I apologize
yes.
for cursing. I don't know. Some people,
Oh, no, 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 you good.
yeah,
You
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm trying my hardest not to.
No, no, no. Feel free. Like, honestly, be as authentic as you want to. Like, after we get past that minute part, like, cursing straight. I usually wait a minute. That would honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, the reason why I have the intro is so I can just be like, okay, don't curse, don't curse, don't curse. And I started a new thing. Is like every time I curse, I owe my daughter a quarter. I'm up to
Wow.
$130.75. One hundred
Man,
thirty-two
are you that
dollars.
bad?
Am I that
Yeah, I was
bad?
wondering.
I'm bad.
Wait, it gets even worse. I started that maybe like 2 weeks ago. But honestly,
You must curse in your sleep.
nah, listen, honestly, it's just like I sometimes I do it on purpose because like it's just for my daughter. I literally everything I get from streaming is just I want to make her just a future. I want to be able to provide. So like if whatever every cent from streaming goes to my daughter because I want her future to be as bright as possible. So yeah, that's
That's
my
good
point.
motivation.
Yeah, yeah. So my sleep, thing. If I get sponsored by Starbucks or Dunkin', I drink it like 4 days, like 4 or 5 cups. If you want to support your boy, I'm just saying.
I love
Uh,
Starbucks.
yeah, yeah. All right, so let me ask you, what's your favorite horror games? Like, what's the things that make you like not sleep at night?
Think that we could honestly say that Visage
Yes.
or
Visage.
Visage, however you
How do you
pronounce the
say
name
it?
of this game, that was actually the first horror game that we played together, and we were not ready. I was not ready for that game.
Hmm.
That game gave me nightmares. That game made me stay up at night dreaming that Dolores was going to come snatch me up. Like that, yeah, it's got to be Visage. That's the number one game for us right now.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
Visage.
Hmm.
And you said you were thinking about playing Madison, right?
Yeah, only because it looks like Visage.
I'm gonna tell you, Madison might be scarier.
Don't tell me that.
Nah, man, I'm dead serious. Like, like I've been playing horror games for 4 years, and Madison is so good that I contemplate getting a tattoo of the cover on my skin.
Wow.
I'm not even joking. I didn't even tell. I didn't. I'm actually trying to get the developers on the podcast. I've been working on it. They're kind of quiet though. So what? But if I do, and listen, you guys want to come through with the developers? If you guys, I just kind of up with the. See, I'm telling you, my brain is always working. If I can get the developers on the live stream, would you guys be down to play
Yep.
Madison? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, for real. All right, I bet. So you guys
Oh,
would
we
play?
down.
Yeah, 100%. No, I'm being dead serious. So if I can get Madison on the developers, I think it's Bloodiest Games. If I could get them on, I would invite you guys to play, do the gameplay because I like and have the most natural reaction. I played it like 4 times already now, so even though it still scares the shit out of me, like, actually, funny enough on Halloween, they're coming out with the DLC. So not only do you have to play Madison, you got to play Madison. I think it's called the Blood Curse or the Maxwell Curse. Yeah. So good luck. You better play that for Halloween. But yeah.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah, you think when I was serious when I said I have like a whole list of horror games for you guys, like from the this was okay to your eyes will bleed or melt from your face. Like, yeah, I got you. Just let me know. Okay, I'll send that. I'll send that list. I'm always
Yes,
trying. I'm
send it. Send
trying.
it.
So my thing is, I've been trying. Like, have as you said, you've gotten nightmares from Visage. I'm
Oh
trying to
yeah.
self-induce nightmares, and I haven't gotten one yet. Like,
Oh
I'm on
wow.
a weird shit. Like, I'm being dead serious too. For some reason, I think it's amazing that we get to dream, even if it's a nightmare. And I think that's a crazy experience that everybody experiences. I hope throughout their lifetime. So I'm trying to, with all these horror games, I'm trying to make my own horror game in my mind, but it just hasn't happened yet. Um,
Yeah. I do not get nightmares from those games, but
hey,
yeah.
listen,
I
me and you are built different. You know, that's what it is. I see that. I see that right there.
I am very hard to scare, so we'll see.
Wait,
Yeah, she is. Me, not so much.
you haven't played Madison. Wait until you get to and I can't.
I'm so ready.
You gotta let me know when you do play it, and I'll be in your
Okay.
live stream because I gotta see that natural reaction from you guys, and
Okay.
I can't wait to screenshot it and then send it to you guys and be like I told y'all.
I told you.
All right, so you guys obviously you said like again you've been streaming for a couple months and making content for a couple months. What do you guys see yourself in 5 years, and what are some of the goals that you would like to achieve, like now or like this year, the end of this year, and then in the future?
When it comes to streaming, I think our main goal with that, but just to be, I guess, to get ourselves more out there,
Sure.
reach more people to come in, enjoy the stream with us. As far as like, making it humongously big, that's never been like a goal of ours.
Hmm.
It's really just been to have fun
Okay.
with it. I love like entertaining people. I love making people laugh. I love making people smile. And I guess my goal is just to do that more, to reach more people and bring that to them. Now, if it does become something lucrative, that's just that's a plus to it, I guess, but that's not the main goal. It's just to have fun, make other people happy, and if we can do that for the next 5 years or maybe beyond, and that would be great.
Mm.
That would be great.
Yeah, I respect it. Damn, I had a great question too. Oh, yeah, I see. I remembered. Again, I haven't. I swear, I haven't looked at this paper. Because like I just like the conversation has just been so natural. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it away. I do that a lot. I don't know why. I'm weird like that. But when it comes to your content, what about your content makes you different from everybody else? Why should people watch you?
I don't know how to answer that question.
Sure.
Well, I know how to answer it, but I don't know how to answer it without sounding. I think that my content is authentic.
Okay.
Like, like when you see like me scared, I am fucking scared. Like
Oh,
I am scared.
Okay.
Lord.
You know, like nothing about, and then mostly the connection that we have with each other as well. It's like you get two different dynamics when you
Okay.
watch our content. You get the one person that's brave, and then you get the other person that's just jumping and scared all over the place, and it's not who you think it would be. So I think that that's like, something that's maybe a little different, having two people. Then you get to see how we mesh with each other, vibe with each other, play with each other. It's something that's I don't really see a lot of, and it's all just natural.
Mm-hmm. No,
Natural content.
I respect that. So, how do you guys go through the process of finding the specific games? Like, is there like, are you guys really into like psychological horror games, or is this like anything that catches your eye? Like, what is the thing that draws you the most when it comes to like these subgenres in horror?
For me, it's psychological. I
Okay,
love spooky. Like I love like
like
haunted
Ghost. Sure,
houses.
sure,
I
sure.
love ghosts. I love those type of things. Those are the type of
Mhm.
horror games that I kind of like to gravitate to. Those are my favorite. I mean, but anything else that that's kind of gets me to jump. Even though I hate jump scares, if it has a couple of those in it, that's kind of what I gravitate to.
Okay, okay.
I feel like I go off of what's popular, and if it's something that I feel as though it's really good, I'll kind of see what relates to that type of game.
Sure, sure.
Say like Chilla's Art or something like that.
Oh,
Or
me and you are friends. Listen, not only are you gonna cook meals, not only are we gonna play some spades. Listen, you think I forgot about this conversation? That's the first thing I really stop playing. I'm coming in with the empanadas. What my mom might bring them too. Like, shoo, we're gonna have a
yeah,
great cook. Listen, we're gonna have a great time.
we watch the baby. Come on.
Yeah, listen, my baby could be your baby. We can all have a great. You puff and pass. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm all with it. Like I think that listen, we can have some real good times.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything you guys are looking forward to, like at the end? Oh my God, words at the end of the year. Like any games? Is there any games that you guys are really excited about?
I'm excited about Silent Hill too.
Okay, let me ask you. This is a very important question. Did you pre-order it?
Of course not. Got no money for that.
Please.
Hold on. No, I was. Hey. The only reason I brought that
Said,
up.
what's the purpose of pre-ordering it? It's good. It's online.
No, so hold on. For $10 extra, you can play 2 days earlier. That means a lot to me. Listen, you tell me
I
I
ain't gonna
could.
lie, those 2 days do sound good. Those
No,
two days do
listen.
sound good. Yeah.
They could have put nothing in the game. They said you could have it 2 days earlier. You want $10 for me? Let me go. I got you with the $10. Let me go on my
I
couch
feel
real
that.
quick. So that's the only reason I paid the extra $10 on it and pre-ordered it because like that 2 days is like 2 days ahead of the rest. Like
You're right.
like being in this content space it's a competition. You have to find your niche of or like what your personality, your authenticness to make you stand out from the rest. But sometimes it's just being first. So when it comes
Right.
to content and everything like that. I wanted to ask, like, so we talked about a little bit about your community and stuff like that. Like, what is some of the like, what are some of the best moments you had when it comes to your community? Oh, I like how you just looked at her. Hey, that's
Because we
yeah.
kind of do it like because I'll play the game
Hmm.
and she'll be looking at the chat.
Hmm.
So I think that she may talk to him maybe just a little bit more than I do
Sure.
because sometimes I can't look at the chat.
Yeah.
But the best part about the community to me is just them being there.
Okay.
Just whenever somebody even just says hi, that's the best part to me. That somebody is there watching. But like when they're engaging with us in the game, either giving advice, giving game suggestions, just telling us how they enjoy the content or the stream, those are the best parts for me.
Okay. Okay. If there was I'm just randomly thinking of things, but like if there was a dream company that approached you and be like, hey, I would love to endorse or not endorse. What I'm trying to think. What's the word? You know, why is it blanking for me? Not in, like it's kind of like an
Sponsor,
endorsement.
maybe?
Thank you. It was never gonna come to me. I had 8,000 different words, and sponsor was not it. If you had a dream company come up to you, say, "Hey, we would love to sponsor you with whatever," what is that company that you guys would love to work with?
I have absolutely no idea because I don't know anybody that any sponsoring company. That's never like been something. That's not even something that I even thought about, to be
Yeah,
honest
you
with you.
never know.
So
It might happen. You like it's
you
just
never
like
know.
the realm of making content is you never know who's watching, and then when you go live, like again, you never know who's watching, and it might be one of the people that oh my god, we got to get this person on our thing. So this is just a question, but like, what is something that you use a lot of, or like that you like coffee, shoes? Like, there's always something that a lot of people like brands. It don't even have to be
Oh,
horror based.
I don't know.
I'm not
You
gonna
got
lie, I'm
something?
wearing my shirt right now. I'm a Adidas fan. That three
Adidas?
stripes, my Adidas. Stop
I
playing. I got
mean,
the three stripes. I got
my
like 12 pairs.
Mine would
Adidas,
be
call me.
very, very weird if I would have said.
oh God.
Nah,
Okay,
no, 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 no.
so
Yeah, you have to say it now. You can't just tease it, man. Come on, give me
It would have
something
to
good.
be
that's something I use
okay.
regularly right now is Peloton, but
I love
Hey,
milk. I drink milk
hey,
every
Hood. If
day
you Hood, if you
with
listening,
everything. And we're in Louisiana, so
hey.
one of the milk I like the best is Klein Peter milk. So if Klein Peter said, "Hey, we want to sponsor you," I'd be like, "Just pay me in milk," and I'd be fine.
oh my goodness, you have no idea how much this child loves
I
milk.
love milk.
Wait, so like regular? We talking about whole milk,
It
skim
has
milk,
to
oat
be
milk?
whole milk, vitamin D. Got to be
Yes.
whole
Shit, they
milk.
could just give
Oh,
you a cow. You cool with that? Put it in your backyard.
Oh yeah, because I'll get milk and steaks because I love steaks. Oh my
Oh
god,
damn, you gonna? Oh, I was
that
like,
cow,
when you
every
think this
part of that cow would
supply
get
is?
used.
Listen, hey, listen. All right, as long as I get some of that, man, I'm cool. Like, damn, I was just talking about like that's a good supply of milk for a good. You're talking about when that motherfucker dies, like get the
Oh
fork, get the
yeah,
knife.
take all the milk, then take the meat.
Hey, I just all right.
She makes
Listen,
a good steak too. Like I
oh
know she
God.
said that her best dish is chicken Vesuvio, but I think that her best dish is steak. Because she never used to even make that before she met me, and she learned how to make a good steak just for me. So
hey, okay.
like it her that is the best dish that she makes in my opinion.
Hey, I respect that. How about you, Nisha?
I think it would be Peloton.
Peloton? Okay, okay.
Peloton. So I'm like, oh God, especially my favorite instructor from Peloton. Yes, yes.
I think that's dope. I think that's dope. So I got one more question. If do you think in an alternate universe? Actually, I don't know if I'm not. Let me think about that one question. I thought I had it, and then I'm like, it doesn't sound that great. All right. If you could make your own game, what kind of game would you make? Horror. It doesn't even have to be horror. It could be whatever game. If somebody's like, I'll make a game for you, like that describes you guys. Like there's a twist. There's the twist. If you could make a game that describes you guys, what game would that be, and what would it look like?
I would make an MMORPG of us. And it would just be, I guess, you start off with basically nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the two of you just roam the world, just trying to find your way and just come up and, get to the top level of everything. You know, I love like, RPG games and things like that. Um, and I've always like imagined me and her kind of like being in one together and like how would that go, with us? Who would
Mm-hmm.
survive or whatever? How would we, work well together? So that's the kind of game I would make with the both of us.
I actually gave you a review score. Can I show you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. I gave that shit a 2. I'm just kidding. I'm dead ass. I wrote a 2.
Yo,
Hold on, wait. Let me tell him my big like. There's the 2. It's actual fucking 2. You think I was gonna play that shit? Like, to get to the top of what? Like, there's
to
no
get to the
concept.
top, man, like get the best armor, get the best weapons, get everything. Like
That
rule
shit
that
went down
shit.
to a 1.5. What the?
You know what?
That is so funny.
I got a question for you
Hey,
because I
sure.
saw I saw one of your videos and this gonna make you mad.
Oh
You
damn.
rated a movie that we like and you said
Oh, we can talk
that
about it.
dang, what's the movie that we love? What's the
Hereditary, Midsummer,
Hereditary? He said
trash,
Hereditary was trash.
trash. We can talk about it.
Hmm. Is
Listen,
he still invited to the Chicken Vesuvio?
I know.
Yes.
I even though I gave him a 2 for his game. All right, listen, I respect it.
You gonna give me a
Let's
-1
talk.
for Hereditary?
Yeah, listen, I don't even want to score Hereditary, but I want to know
Damn.
why you like Hereditary, and I'll tell you why I don't like it. Actually, why I hate it. I'm gonna say I don't want to say hate. Hate is a strong word. I very dislike the movie.
I like it because one, it was kind of different, kind of that's not my favorite horror movie, but it's one that kind of for a while kept me up at night because the beginning of it was slow, but when it got to the end, okay, everything started to happen. But that build up to the end for me was worth it. It wasn't a horror movie that relied on jump scares because
Hmm.
there was barely any of that in it.
Yeah,
It was just it was good with atmosphere, with
sure.
build up, character development. It had shock value in it as well. A couple of parts of that movie that just made me go like, "Whoa!" And then my favorite part was when she was on that wall and it kind of like it's blurry at first and then it kind of like fades out and then you see her up there. It's just like holy shit. Like I didn't even think that the movie was going to take it to that level and then it kind of just did all of a sudden and it didn't have a happy ending. Like like it didn't have like there was no positive resolution for it. It
Hmm.
it had me leaving the theater with a very uneasy feeling, and that's not something that a lot of horror movies like give these days. 'Cause I think that horror movies today they're not scary. They
Hmm.
either just rely on just jump scaring people, or it's like it doesn't take the time to make you care about the characters. It doesn't take the
Mhm.
time to build the atmosphere, to build up to the scare, to have that natural element of horror
Yeah.
in it. And Hereditary, for me at least, it did that. I do know a lot of people didn't like that movie,
Mhm.
Hmm.
but that is one of the movies that, especially during the time when it came out, there weren't really good horror movies coming out at
Sure.
that time.
Okay.
And when that one came, it kind of gave me something that the other movies weren't. So that one kind of it stood out at that time, and to me, it still holds up.
I ain't gonna lie, I stopped listening after a certain point. No, I'm just kidding. I
I,
actually listened to it. No,
oh
no, 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 no.
man,
I listened to the whole thing. I
you are
honestly, wait,
killing me.
no, no, no. Honestly, you brought up some compelling arguments. So, I agree with a good amount of what you said. Like, yes, I would say the shock value was good. Like the cinematography was great. Um, it just for s- it just for some reason, yeah, it was one. Maybe it was, and also it was one of those slow burn psychological
Oh yeah,
horror
it was
movies.
slow.
Like it just didn't gravitate towards me. It just didn't
Mm.
like I would like I honestly I'm not gonna lie I was bored. And it just a certain like I was waiting like yes obviously the ending they had some good parts and everything like that but it's just like I was waiting for it to capture me and because that captured like it didn't capture me from the beginning it was very hard for me to stay focused on the just what made the movie great to some people. Midsummer kind
Mhm.
of and even Midsummer too kind of did the same thing. It was just like I don't mind slow burn horror movies, but if it's just too slow or the pacing is not correct for me, it's my own opinion too.
Mhm.
By the way, it's just then I lose track. Shit, I have ADHD. You gotta grasp me like that. I'm not gonna lie to you,
Wait,
but
can I ask where did you watch this? Did you watch it at
oh, I watched
home?
this at the movie theaters.
Okay.
Mm.
Listen, I might have been out of my mind on a whole different planet, but that's besides the point. I'm not gonna confirm or deny. I might have, and that I thought that would have heightened my experience. I looked at my
Mhm.
friend and I was like, "What the fuck did we just watch?" I said that ain't. I need my refund. I'm not gonna listen. I might give it another try in a more stable mind. Um, but it's just like it just wasn't a movie that I just like I would recommend to somebody just because it didn't gravitate to me. Like movies
Hmm.
that gravitated towards me is Smile. Smile was such a great concept. You know why? Because when you see a smile, it's supposed to be happy, like usually. But when you see a real like somebody smile ear to ear, and that it becomes creepy. Something so positive can be scary. Best,
Hmm.
I think that's an amazing concept. Saw another thing, fight or flight. Like, what is a person willing to do to say survive? Like, throw all morals out of the window. That's another great horror movie. Like those. Oh, Talk to Me. Such a great
Talk to
concept.
Me was
Talk to
great.
Me. I went to the theaters by myself. I left almost shitting myself. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I went straight to the bathroom. I did what I had to do, and I was just like, yo, what? I just like I've never seen a movie like that. And you know what? It's crazy. YouTubers made that video. Like they start
Really?
you like that video was made from YouTubers that got I think signed by a or they showed it at a film festival and they became a actual movie. So that's
Oh,
why
I
I
didn't know
love
that.
yeah, yeah. So that's why I'm saying people who start off as a small content creator, it only takes that one chance to be something you couldn't even imagine. You know that, which is a beautiful thing. But back to my point, Hereditary's still trash. Just gotta put that out there. I would love to
But
be it.
I wanted to say that because like the ending for Hereditary didn't wasn't the part
It
that
wasn't the
scared me.
best. Yeah.
It wasn't the part that scared me. The part that scared me the most was when your girl was off, well her head came off. And to me it was more like I do like more artistic horror as well
Hmm.
because I do want to see what they can do that's different,
Yeah.
not just the jump scares and everything. And some people of course they find like beauty in horror. And I'm looking at, the fact that they showed this decapitated head on the ground with all the bugs, and that scared the crap out of me.
I get
I
that.
could
I get
not.
that.
I'm looking at the
Honest.
back seat
Yeah.
like, oh my
I get that. I just feel like when she stuck her head out the window, I was like, ah, man, I kind of predicted something like that, man.
God.
And it's just maybe it's just like I've seen so many horror movies. It's just like it was just like she couldn't breathe. She like the window.
Hmm.
The brother wasn't paying attention. Like I was like something's gonna happen to her, and that's gonna be a concept. I thought it was. I'm not again. I give it to its flowers in certain aspects. I did like the part when the son just literally walked to the bedroom, went to upstairs, laid
Yeah.
down, and woke up
Yeah.
the next day and didn't react. Like I thought that was dope.
I
That,
felt that. I
I feel
felt
yeah.
that. I
I
was
feel
like,
And
like
oh
then when
my
the mom had to go find her daughter's
yeah,
yes.
headless body in her car, like
I,
that's that whole segment right there is just
yeah.
very unnerving.
And honestly, I feel like that would a lot of people might have done that. The shock factor, like shit, my sister's
Hmm.
dead in the back seat. You think I'm going to
Yep.
fuck to sleep? You think I'm what I look like? But not honestly, like I think that might be another. When I invite you guys again on this, maybe we talk more movies and more games. Just break it down because like this is
We could do
so.
that.
Oh, I'm down with this. I'm telling you, I'm gonna give you a lot of hot takes. You think I'm started? I just got started. Like I want to ask about Terrified. We got. I have a whole laundry list of horror movies. So like when I invite you guys back onto Whispers, we'll definitely get into that. Listen, Matt, Nisha, you guys have been amazing. Is there anything you guys
Thank
want to
you.
say to our audience? Everybody, go follow sorry, Puff and Pass Gaming on all platforms. The description will have all their links, and go give them a follow. Anything you guys want to say to our beautiful audience who listening now or listening um, on the replay?
Thank you for listening.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in.
We love you
Yeah,
guys.
love you guys. If you want to come and watch us, hey, just come watch us on Twitch, TikTok, or whatever. It'd be a great time.
Hey, so I just want to say, guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to episode 36 of Whisper.